Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win, or you find a way to lose. Hey, look, man. Did Santillan throw over 200 punches in one round? Now, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but you get my drift. The man was throwing a lot of punches. Hard power shots. Round after round after round. And in that sixth round where he knocked out Rocha, what he was able to do with the kind of combination he was throwing in rapid succession is mind-blowing. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, you know, whenever there's a boxing match, you could tell when you got guys, you know, you just have boxing fans, because this, you know, women too. You can tell when you have fans who are just throwing crap to the wind. Like Crawford was on pads. He cheated, right? We all know that's bull crap. People saying Earl Spence was always on pads, but then for the Crawford fight, he was off the pads. So we know that's bull crap. But when you see everyone immediately take to the internet and start saying, what the F did we just watch? Check this man immediately. Look, I may have been the first one to come out and say, hey, yo, they need to check him immediately. I can't believe what I just saw. But it's also a compliment to him, because that's just how impressive his performance was. But then, you know, I looked up and I saw a bunch of people out here. You know, maybe they saw my post, and they, you know how people out here, they'll see somebody post something, they'll try to steal their idea, their content, and go create a video. Or maybe they were thinking the same thing. But when De La Hoya, who doesn't know me, when he said at the end of that fight, oh, he had a lot of energy. I've never seen him like that. He's never looked like that. Very surprised. A lot of energy. You know, that's De La Hoya saying something ain't right here. And I'm going to tell you, I felt like watching that fight, I don't know if he got up to 200 punches in one round, but I bet you he could have. The way he was throwing those combinations and the way he threw off that six hooks. I mean, hook, and then Rocha just couldn't take no more. I was trying to pull up the CompuBox numbers. I can't wait to find that. I want to know how many punches this man was throwing around. Every round that went by, this man's punch output was becoming greater and greater and greater and greater. Terrence Crawford's punch output and his accuracy was becoming greater and greater as he fought Earl Spence. But he wasn't throwing punches like this. You know what I'm saying? I remember the first time I saw the little Nicaraguan fighter fight, man. They call him Chocolito. What the hell is Chocolito's name? Gonzalez, right? Isn't it Gonzalez? But when I saw Chocolito fight for the first time, I felt like I was watching Pacquiao. I felt like I was watching Mayweather. I felt like I was watching a bunch of great fighters rolled into one. And he was another one. Just the work rate was crazy. And I was like, how do you beat somebody like that? But to see this guy Santillan, who for the most part I think has kind of risen from obscurity, to come and do what he did to a guy like Rocha. Let me tell you something. Rocha is not a tomato can. And yeah, he fought the wrong fight, and that's why he lost. But what I'm saying is, I'm still struggling with what I saw last night. We need to see the CompuBox numbers. Landing over half of your shots, 60, 70%. Now, Rocha has a lot to do with standing there taking the shots, but he couldn't get out the way. This man was like, you know, he had the weapon off of safety, off of semi-auto. He had it on full blast in the ring. And Rocha just couldn't catch himself. You know, that's why they say it's important to throw combinations. 6, 7, 8, 9 punches. You've seen it with Linares fight Haney, where he hurt Haney in that round. He threw like a 6, 7 punch combination. It wasn't until the last few punches, a couple of them got in. The last one hurt Haney badly. But what we saw last night, that was brutal. Brutal. So I need to know just how, I need to know, they need to draw. I don't know who's has it. I'm going to be checking boxingscene.com. I need to know just how many punches were actually thrown. And we know you got to take it with a grain of salt because they don't always get it correct. But I may have to do the science myself and sit back and watch the fight and just count, do my best to count how many punches are being thrown. And then we'll have probably a plus or minus 10 punches that I could be off. But I'm telling y'all right now, if you haven't seen that fight, that's why everybody's buzzing. Everyone's talking about it. They're not buzzing because Rocha lost. That has a little bit to do with it. It's how he lost. Rocha's not no damn Terrence Crawford or Earl Spence. Nobody's gonna, lose their mind because Rocha lost a fight. It's how he lost and who he lost to. Nobody's gonna trip. Like I thought Santillan. I say don't be surprised because Santillan can fight, but not like it's what Santillan did. It's what he did. It's what he did. I'm telling y'all. That fight looked like a complete mismatch. Like he just didn't belong in the ring with him. It was violent. Anyway, if anybody gets those CompuBox numbers, let me know. Because, I'm hearing all kind of stuff. I watched the fight. I wasn't counting, but I know he was throwing a lot of punches. But word on the street is that he could have threw up like 150 plus punches in one round. Yo, 150, 175, 200, hell, even 100. You throwing that many punches in a round? If you threw so I gotta figure this out. 200 seems a little bit of a stretch, but when these CompuBox numbers come out, I'm definitely doing a video. Absolutely amazing, but I gotta tell you, when you get somebody who performs like that, you got to stop and ask the question, because Oscar De La Hoya, you could tell he did not match up Rocha with Santillan for Rocha to lose. And Oscar De La Hoya doesn't know what to do with himself right now, because Golden Boy is just falling apart. And that's, what, I don't wish bad on no one, but that's kind of good for Golden Boy. I feel bad, nothing to do with Rocha, because for Bernard Hopkins and them and De La Hoya to come out and kick PBC while they're down and, and just call everyone suckers and just be so disrespectful. But then you want people to work with you, right? But you're disrespecting everybody. Both of them are ex-fighters. I mean, what's the story? And then you come now and your flagship fight, another one of your flagship fighters gets beat. All they got over there really is Munguia. And Ryan doesn't want to be there. Golden Boy going to sit there, man, and they better figure it out real quick. Because it's just all bad. All bad. With that being said, we'll wait till we get the CompuBox numbers. We'll do a video on that. I'll probably go live and talk about how Santillan was able to keep up with that work rate, especially if we are able to definitively come up with punches in excess of 150, 175, somewhere close to 200 punches in a round. If we can really come up with that number definitively, we need to talk, because that is crazy, especially to do it in the 6th round, 5th round. That being said, y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.